Hi Scorpio, how are you guys doing today? So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards regarding this transit. On the 26th of January, Neptune had entered Aries with the 13 and 14-year cycle, as well as on the February 17th, we have another transit with Saturn and Neptune conjunction with Aries, again at 0 degrees. I want to go ahead and pull some cards and see how these transits are going to affect you and your energy. With that being said, this is affecting water signs a little bit more differently. With you guys, this is affecting you guys' emotional body and also your emotional world as well, how people perceive you. Okay, so with that being said, Spirit, let's go ahead and pull some cards regarding Scorpio. How is this transit going to affect Scorpios? Six of Coins, Temperance, Nine of... So let's talk about it. Nine of Wands, Six of Coins, Temperance, Nine of Wands. This transit for you guys, this activates your relationship to truth, your relationship to survival, your relationship to control and power. So let's talk about it. When it comes down to this, with this Temperance here and the Six of Coins, there's going to be a level of old coping mechanisms. So Scorpio, anything that you've been using to cope with your emotions without outwardly expressing them how you feel, those are no longer going to be working for you or useful to you. There's going to be a new sense of developing a sense of how you express your inner world to the people around you. Any old suppressions of like emotions, there's like this Six of Coins energy, there's no more of that. You can no longer manipulate the situation. Not to say that you're a manipulator, but sometimes through the use of how you use your energy, you're able to express yourself silently without saying anything. So with that being said, that's not going to be no longer. You're going to be forced to, throughout these transits, you're going to be forced to actually openly... The emotional intensity that you feel when it comes down to whether it's happy, sad, depressed, anxiety, anxious, fears, truths, any emotional intensity, you're going to be forced to express that outwardly. There's no more inward recognition now, especially with this Temperance to this Nine of Wands. It's like this transit is asking you, Scorpio, what are you holding on to out of fear and out of survival? Because this is what these transits are attacking you in especially when it comes down to Scorpios and how they express their psychological mind. So with that being said, expect a deep psychological purging to happen when it comes down to this transit for Scorpio. And when I say deep psychological purging, it's going to be a change in your health habits, your work habits, your relationship habits, and your daily structure is changing. So your body is going to start signaling the things that you've been avoiding. You can just read it on your body. So your health is going to be a minor aspect of this, but it's also going to be a big aspect in how people are going to start reading you and perceiving you, Scorpio. There's no more just holding on and enduring. You're going to be called to act. So with that being said, expect a little bit more confrontations, a lot more confrontations when it comes down to what might be best for the situations socially and family wise. These socially and family wise, this is what exactly how these transits are going to hit you. So expect more confrontation. If you've been doing things just to keep the peace or just going along just to get along because you felt like Scorpio had to, expect these things to start falling apart. With that being said, with this 901 with this 901 energy, with this 901 energy, there's whatever you guys been feeling like you've been holding back on or waiting to express, or you just wait for somebody else to bring it up first. In terms of how you express yourself, Scorpio, that is also going to be disrupted as well. So even though you guys are like king of the underworld in terms of all the zodiacs, you're no longer going to be forced to endure the power silently or being able to alchemize that energy or that emotion through silence, you're actually going to become more of a clean power holder. So the power you hold on is not going to be based off of a it's not going to be based off of like survival, more so based off of instinct, knowledge. You've been there before, you've done that. It's not something that, oh, I have to survive, I have to get through this, so this is what I'm going to do. No. So yes, you are a survivor, but you're not just running off of instinct alone. So with that being said, Scorpio, uh anything else I need to say? Because I feel like this is a really quick reading for Scorpio. Anything else for Scorpio, Spirit? Sun card. Yeah. With that being said, how you guys are going to be perceived is going to be a lot more different. So you guys are entering a very refreshing phase in your life in terms of these transits and how people perceive you and how you're able to express yourself. You're going to be starting off on a clean slate, and not necessarily, it's not a bad thing. It's actually good energy in terms of the people that are in your life are going to respect you more and are going to be able to not only just see you for who you are, but also understand you a bit better, and not just assuming, oh, that's just Scorpio and that's just what Scorpio does. No, they understand the reasoning why Scorpio do what they do, why Scorpio feels the way they feel, and why Scorpio is the way that they are. Okay, so Scorpio, this has been your reading. I love you all. Hope you have a great day. Bye.